It's time now for Countywide, a special presentation of Yavapai Broadcasting News. Join News Director Paul David and News Editor Philip Katafamo as they talk with our community's leaders, newsmakers, and people in the know. You'll hear about the hot topics in Yavapai County that affect all our lives. And now here's today's Countywide.
Welcome to Countywide. I'm Paul David. As always, it is great to have you in studio with us today, whether you're watching or listening. We are sitting down with Yavapai County Sheriff Spokesman Dwight D'Evelyn and YCSO Deputy Scott Reed. Welcome to the studio, you guys.
Hey, thank you, Paul. It's good to be with you.
Thank you for coming and doing the show with me today. We want to talk about a few things. Wildfire season is upon us. It never really left last year, and it just continued right through the winter, and it is upon us again. If you've paid attention to the local news, you know that we've had several wildfires down in southern Arizona, which is typically how wildfire season starts in the state of Arizona, and it works its way north. What I noticed, Prescott National Forest was low fire danger just a couple weeks ago, and now I think it was high fire danger. So things have changed dramatically over just the last couple of weeks. And it's those spring winds. They ruin it for everything. Those spring winds just dry everything out. So we've got Dwight and Scott here today to talk about Ready, Set, Go, as well as Code Red. And we should probably start with Code Red, don't you guys think? Because it's Code Red that leads to the Ready, Set, Go. Is that right?
Yeah, I think Scott's got some information on that we'd like to share.
Okay, Scott. Yeah, fill us in on Code Red. What is it? What is Code Red, and how important is that, especially when it comes to emergencies?
Well, and that's what it's designed for. It's an emergency notification system, and what we would like is to have as many people as possible in our county signed up for Code Red, meaning that they can. And I'll explain how they might go about that. But what the system does is it allows people to have these notifications made to them through computer, through phone. We have different options for that. And they will get warnings, advisories about possible evacuations, for example, about conditions, fire conditions, things like that. And then they could, should things escalate, it will even go into evacuation plans. And it's very simple to sign up. We would ask people to go to our website, which is ycsoaz.gov. And did I get that right?
Yeah.
ycsoaz.gov, huh?
That's correct. And they will see an icon that's a Code Red icon. In fact, first they need to go to the emergency notification system. They'll see that, and then they'll go to the Code Red icon, and you can't miss it. It's red, it's square, and then they sign up, and they'll be given options to choose how they want to receive those notifications.
It can come on your phone. It can come by email. I think another thing too, that when we first started doing Code Red, a lot of people were like, "Well, if I'm in the Verde Valley and something is happening over in Prescott, it's nice to know that something's happening over at Prescott, but I don't necessarily need my phone to go off for something that's happening in Prescott." So, I mean, it's pretty centralized too. I mean, it's right down to neighborhoods, right? So if I've got a neighborhood of 100 houses around me and we're all on Code Red and you send a Code Red to that neighborhood gets it. It's not necessarily something that everybody gets every single time.
Right. Yeah, exactly. We also recommend there's a mobile application version of Code Red, which works great on smartphones. In fact, if you're traveling outside of the area, let's say you're in Colorado and there's a Code Red notification from a county there, you'll get that on your phone. So it works anywhere there's a Code Red system in place, but it's great for Yavapai County. And it's not just for fires and floods. We use it for missing children, other major incidents. We will do a Code Red notification. So
yeah, I mean, we've seen you guys send one of those out. If there's like a criminal you're after that has fled into a neighborhood, you can send that out really fast and get people advised that, hey, there's somebody in this neighborhood that is up to no good and we're looking for them.
Exactly. Yeah. And you're right, we can isolate it to a particular area in the county, so it focuses only on those folks we think need to know this information. So it takes about 5 minutes to sign up at the website that Scott mentioned, and it's really an invaluable tool to have, especially now with, unfortunately, the fire season's here already.
Yeah. So ycsoaz.gov, it's right there on the page. As soon as you open it up, you got a nice picture of the sheriff, and then right on the left-hand side of the screen there is going to be that Code Red. So if you sign up for the Code Red, again, you can get that notification right away if there's a wildfire, criminal activity in your neighborhood, no matter what's taking place. If it's an emergency and they need to let people know in the masses that something bad is happening and to be on the lookout, boom, Code Red is a big time help.
And for folks that don't have a computer and want to sign up, you can call my office directly at 928-777-7441, and I'll get you signed up directly. Again, if you don't have a computer, the system can notify your home via landline. So you don't need to have a computer or a smartphone to take advantage of the system.
Okay, all right, that's a good point to make. That if I got a regular landline, then the phone call will come through anyways, and still let me know. Yeah. I've got to think that over the years, this has probably been a huge help, especially in a wildfire type situation where you do need to notify potentially hundreds, if not thousands of people that there is imminent danger coming their way. Again, especially if it's wildfire season, to get that word out quickly. Because in the past, what was it, door to door?
A lot of it was door to door, or through the media, like Yavapai Broadcasting. We'd ask you to get the word out for us, and you still do that for us. But now with this system, this was really the advantage to the system was very evident in the Goodwin fire that we had out in Mayer a couple years ago, and we got people notified quickly. We used the Ready, Set, Go program to let them know, you've got an opportunity to prepare before a possible evacuation, and Code Red was the key to all of that. We still do a lot of door-to-door stuff because that's still a very important part of an evacuation model that we have, but Code Red is critical.
Okay, all right. Let's take. Go ahead, Scott. You got something else to add?
I just wanted to add that when signing up, you will need a valid email address that we can use to sign you up, and then you have those options of having it messages, alerts sent to your cell phone, to your landline, to your computer through email. There's even a teletype system for the deaf, and you can sign up for really all of those.
Okay. All right. Let's take our first break just a little bit early. When we come back, we're going to talk about Ready, Set, Go and what each of those means. It's kind of a newer program to Arizona for the last couple of years, but we'll talk about that some more. Again, the website is ycsoaz.gov. Dwight's phone number, 928-777-7441. Stick around. Countywide back in just a couple minutes.
The mouth is the gateway to the digestive system. Studies indicate a correlation between oral health and full body health. Regular cleanings and checkups can help protect you. New patients are welcome at Arizona Smile Designers in Cottonwood. There's a full smile worth of services all offered under one roof. Whitening and cosmetic to implants and smile reconstruction. Find out more or request an appointment online at azsmiledesigners.com.
Your carpet is the largest air filter in your home, trapping dust, dirt, and germs from the air that your family members breathe, even the furriest ones.
That's why it's important to keep your carpet and tile clean and hygienic with regular cleanings by Zero Res. Zero Res uses state-of-the-art technology and powered water, not soap or harsh chemicals, so zero residue is left on home surfaces.
Schedule your appointment today because a clean home is a healthy home. Visit ZeroResNorthernArizona.com.
Hi, this is Greg at Verde Solar Power. You know, Arizona has lots of clean, renewable sunshine, and we want to help you take advantage of it with our quality solar installations, and we offer to beat any written offer on a residential solar electric system. So bring us your electric bill and let us show power will save you money. We're located conveniently here in the Verde Valley and are dedicated to helping the valley go solar. So remember, the energy solution comes up every morning.
Award-winning Soundbites Grill is an entertainment restaurant located in Uptown Sedona at the Hyatt Pinion Point Resort. Open for lunch and dinner, featuring fresh fish, all natural hand-cut beef, even a full vegan menu. Family friendly, open 11:30 to 9. Late dining on Friday and Saturday. Soundbites Grill has some of the best views of the Sedona Red Rocks. Offers world-class entertainment, food, fun, and music.
Welcome back to Countywide. We're talking with Yavapai County Sheriff spokesman Dwight Dievelin and Yavapai County Sheriff's Deputy Scott Reed. We're talking about the Code Red program as well as the Ready, Set, Go program. That came in, I want to say, a couple of years ago. Ready, Set, Go. It may have been is that about right, Dwight? A couple of years ago?
Yeah, a little longer, but it's fairly new in the long term.
Okay, all right, but it's what we use, and like you'll get the message from Code Red. It says, okay, the community of such and such, you are on ready status if you're a resident in this area, or you might be set to set status or the go status, and then that status changes as the wildfire. We'll use wildfire for an example, since that's what season we're in right now. Sometimes it'll change as the fire progresses and containment and stuff like that happens with those fires. But let's talk about that. What does it mean to be ready?
Well, ready means there's the potential of a danger in your neighborhood, and again, we'll use fire. And so, obviously, that's the time you want to make sure you can leave your home quickly with all your valuables. A lot of folks have livestock, horses that they need to think about, and we can talk about that aspect in a minute too. But this hopefully will give you time to be ready to go if there is an evacuation. We talked earlier off air about, sometimes we don't even get that opportunity. There'll be a go message sent because a fire is encroaching on a neighborhood and you need to be ready to go. So what we're asking folks to do is to look at this program right now when there's nothing happening, fortunately, in the county, so you can understand how it works and be ready to go. So, and I want to just remind folks, this program is available on our website. You can read through the whole, all the details about the program, including how to prepare. Just go to ycsoaz.gov, as you know, click on the forms section and look for Ready, Set, Go. And everything is right there.
All spelled out for them, right? I was telling Dwight and Scott prior to coming back that we've got a cat carrier, we've got cat food, we have the cats do not take medications, so we don't have any cat medications. But I know that's one thing that we should probably talk about too. Is that let me ask you this, Dwight. Ready is, of course, everyone should be ready. You should have, like I'm talking about right now, we've got the firebox with all our legal papers in it. Pictures we want to make sure we have. We've got those in a thumb drive in there, so we've got those handy to go. My wife updates that on a regular basis. We've got the cat carriers, so I can take the cats and throw them in and go out the door if we need to. You should have a little bit of extra clothing, food, water with you, maybe a first aid kit with you. Just kind of some of the essentials. Is it like about a 48-hour, they say, maybe a 48-hour amount of things you should have with you in case you are evacuated?
Correct.
Yeah, about 48 hours worth?
Yeah, that's about right. We'll also be providing information on shelters that might be available. So I know a lot of folks may have no family in the area, and they will need to take advantage of a shelter. And there'll be a lot of supplies available there. But it's really better, and you'll feel less panicked by being self-contained. As I explained earlier at the Goodwin fire, when we were doing evacuations, folks that were ready had their go bag set like you do, didn't panic. They just knew, hey, I've got everything here. I can get in the car and I can get out of the area quickly. And it made it easier for our volunteers also as they're going through these neighborhoods to know that folks were that were prepared and ready to leave at a moment's notice.
Okay, so ycsoaz.gov. If you go there and you go to the forums, you can find the forums that spell out Ready, Set, Go and what it's all about. And then if you get those notifications through your Code Red, or if you happen to not have Code Red, you didn't sign up for it, it's the Jeep Posse that goes in. Am I right about that? The YCSO, the Yavapai County Jeep Posse goes in and starts going door to door?
Yeah, and they're doing extensive training right now and have been. They're a fantastic group of volunteers. They're incredible. Yeah. Scott has seen them in action. And they've mapped out all the neighborhoods. They know all the very rural areas also. They can get to those homes and get those folks alerted to a fire. and they're just an incredible organization. But they do most of our door-to-door stuff in these situations.
Okay. All right. So Code Red, ready, set, go. Get to know what those things mean, because you never know. You might. We all live so close to the forest that it's definitely a possibility that you could be evacuated.
Absolutely.
So we want to make sure. Let me ask you this: once an area is evacuated, what's taking place in terms of? I know firefighters are going through the neighborhood trying to protect homes and stuff. But what is YCSO and the YCSO volunteers doing in the neighborhood while it's been evacuated, after it's been evacuated?
Well, a lot of it is security, maintaining crime prevention efforts in the community. You know, there's folks that might want to come in and take advantage of the fact that there's a lot of unoccupied homes. So we're providing security, road closures so fire personnel can get in and out and be effective. And then we're also doing assessments. We may see areas in the community that need attention from fire service that they're not catching. We have volunteer fire spotters. So we're doing kind of a myriad of things, but it's mainly containing the neighborhood so that fire personnel can do their job, and we don't let non-residents in the area where they don't belong. Occasionally, depending on the situation, if a resident has left and needs to come back in, we will do escorts so they can get medication, maybe remove a pet, things like that. So we keep very busy during those times when the neighborhood's been evacuated.
But then again, if we've got the ready, set, go thing down, hopefully we don't have to go back to get the pet or get the prescriptions.
Exactly.
I was going to ask you and Scott, is there something that is there one thing that people come back for more than anything else when they come back after being evacuated?
Well, I almost want to say, you name it, they'll want to get back in there. But there are essentials, and a lot of times it's medication. Sometimes they just need things that they should have been prepared for when we're talking about being ready. Phone numbers of family members, and sometimes we can help with those things, and sometimes we just can't get them back in their homes.
Yeah, I mean, if I show up and I've been evacuated, the place is cordoned off by YCSO, so there's a chance I may not be able to go back in there until it's deemed safe to do so.
Right, and there is quite a network involved in this, well beyond YCSO and even fire personnel that are out there to help the community members get some essentials that they need, and they're quite good at that.
Okay, all right. Let's take our. Go ahead.
If I might, one thing to and this happened in the Goodwin fire. There was, power was lost, and some of it was intentional. They needed to deactivate power lines and things like that. But when the folks came back in their neighborhoods and were able to go back in their homes, they didn't have power for maybe a day or two. And it's just something to keep in mind. Do you want to come back when there's no power? Maybe there's an issue with water. Should you have a generator available in your home to be able to have power if you need it? These kind of things you need to kind of think through, because your home may not be in the same condition it was when you left, depending on the type of fire that we're dealing with. So it's just something to keep in mind besides just being ready to go in the first place.
Okay, all right, let's take our second break. Yavapai County Sheriff spokesman Dwight D'Evelyn, Yavapai County Sheriff's Deputy Scott Reed with us today. YCSOAZ.gov is the website you want to go to for more information. It's all right there on their front page, everything we're talking about. Dwight's number is 777-7441. That's the 928 area code. Stick around. Countywide back in just a couple minutes.
The mouth is the gateway to the digestive system. Studies indicate a correlation between oral health and full body health. Regular cleanings and checkups can help protect you. New patients are welcome at Arizona Smile Designers in Cottonwood. There's a full smile worth of services all offered under one roof. Whitening and cosmetic to implants and smile reconstruction. Find out more or request an appointment online at azsmiledesigners.com.
Your carpet is the largest air filter in your home, trapping dust, dirt, and germs from the air that your family members breathe, even the furriest ones.
That's why it's important to keep your carpet and tile clean and hygienic with regular cleanings by Zero Res. Zero Res uses state-of-the-art technology and powered water, not soap or harsh chemicals, so zero residue is left on home surfaces.
Schedule your appointment today because a clean home is a healthy home. Visit ZeroResNorthernArizona.com.
Hi, this is Greg at Verde Solar Power. You know, Arizona has lots of clean, renewable sunshine, and we want to help you take advantage of it with our quality solar installations, and we offer to beat any written offer on a residential solar electric system. So bring us your electric bill and let us show you how solar power will save you money. We're located conveniently here in the Verde Valley and are dedicated to helping the valley go solar. So remember, the energy solution comes up every morning.
Award-winning Soundbites Grill is an entertainment restaurant located in Uptown Sedona at the Hyatt Pinion Point Resort. Open for lunch and dinner, featuring fresh fish, all-natural hand-cut beef, even a full vegan menu. Family-friendly, open 11:30 to 9, late dining on Friday and Saturday. Soundbites Grill has some of the best views of the Sedona Red Rocks. Offers world-class entertainment, food, fun, and music.
Welcome back to Countywide. Just a few minutes left in the program. We're sitting down with YCSO spokesman Dwight Devlin and YCSO Deputy Scott Reed. We're talking about wildfire season in general, but in any emergency, and discussing Code Red, the Ready, Set, Go program to make sure that if you get that notification on Code Red, or if somebody comes to your door and says, hey, there's a wildfire coming, you need to leave, that we're all a little more prepared to do so. Dwight has mentioned that the Goodwin fire, that a lot of people were ready to go right away, and without that panic in you when somebody knocks on your door and says it's time to leave, it just goes so much smoother when you practice the evacuation as well. The one thing we did notice, Scott and Dwight, is that livestock has been kind of a thing over the last few wildfires we've had in Yavapai County, that all of a sudden we've got horses and llamas and alpacas and donkeys and burros and goats and sheep and all kinds of different animals showing up. And the county has actually responded to that and has a way to handle that. But what should folks do that do have livestock that they have to think about?
Well, part of the notification that they may get is how to contact some of our volunteer groups that will help manage the livestock situation and where to go. One of the groups that we're working with, in fact, we met with this week, is the Equine Emergency Evacuation Group of Yavapai County. Their website is EEEYC.org. That's EEYC.org. And they are very willing to come out and help transport all kinds of livestock to a secure location where they can be housed, fed, and cared for. So that will alleviate a lot of concern for folks that have horses especially, and they may not have a trailer, or there may be other issues that they're dealing with, and these folks will come out and give you a hand and point to a location where you can secure your livestock until the fire danger is over.
I saw once somebody went out and actually, I don't know if it was their phone number or address or but they actually sprayed it right on the side of the animal, like the cattle.
No, and that a lot of folks let their for example, let their horses go, let them run, because there's no other opportunity to secure them and transport them, and they tag them with a phone number. And if that's what you have to do, that's fine, and hopefully you'll get your livestock back. But short of that, it's better to be prepared and have a plan. Mm-hmm. And Scott, I want Scott to touch on this real quick, if I could, about just getting to know your neighbors and what they might need.
Yeah, we got a minute left, Scott. So tell us that.
Yeah, it can take some effort. A lot of people nowadays don't know their neighbors, but it can really be beneficial when it comes to any of these emergencies that come up. Know who the elderly are, who might need extra help or needs.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Get to know your neighbors. It'd be a nice thing to do. Neighbors, huh? Okay. All right. Well, that's going to cover it up. That's going to finish off the show. We got 30 seconds left. So again, we encourage everyone to sign up for Code Red. Go to ycsoaz.org or .gov, I'm sorry, to find the Code Red. And then all the information about Ready, Set, Go is on there. And there's a ton of other information on the Yavapai County Sheriff's Office website that should interest everybody. So, Dwight, thank you very much. Scott Reed, thank you very much for coming in and talking to us today about the program. That is today's Countywide. As always, we thank you for watching and listening, and we will talk to you again next time.